while everyone's still obsessing over Tesla and Elon Musk tweets. The CEO of BYD, yep, the Chinese electric vehicle giant, is casually out here saying their new energy vehicles are about to shake the entire EV industry. Like, not just give it a little nudge, shake it to the core. And honestly, after digging into what they're doing, I believe him. And you might too by the end of this video. Look, we've all heard wild claims in the tech space, especially when it comes to EVs. But this isn't just hype. BYD's not some startup with a flashy prototype and a TikTok video. They've already beaten Tesla in sales in China. Yeah, BYD sold more electric cars in China than Tesla. Crazy, right? Now here's what really makes this story wild. BYD didn't even start out as a car company. They were making rechargeable batteries for phones in the 90s. Seriously, back when we were all rocking flip phones and Nokia bricks, BYD was quietly mastering battery chemistry. Fast forward to today, and they've gone full Tony Stark, making not just EVs but buses, trucks, even electric trains. They've basically built their own clean tech empire. And let's talk about their latest bombshell, this new energy vehicle wave they're riding. It's not just one tech, it's a whole stack of game-changing systems. First off, their Super DM hybrid platform. It uses a 1.5-liter engine with over 43% thermal efficiency. That's higher than Toyota's best hybrid. Think about that. Toyota basically invented the hybrid, and now BYD is lapping them. What makes it special is how BYD's system prioritizes electric power. You get smooth, EV-like driving most of the time, but with the option to fall back on gas when needed. One of their SUVs, the Song Plus DMI, hits 6 liters per 100 kilometers in fuel consumption. Translation? Insane efficiency. But wait, it gets better. Let's talk about the Blade battery. This is BYD's in-house lithium iron phosphate battery. Most EVs, like Tesla's, use nickel-based cells. They're powerful, yeah, but also kind of explosive under stress. The Blade battery? You can literally nail it through with a metal spike and it won't catch fire. They've demoed this. It's weirdly satisfying to watch. Oh, and it lasts longer, like 2 to 3 times longer than a regular lithium-ion battery. It doesn't use cobalt or nickel, which makes it cheaper and more ethical. And is space efficient, meaning more range, less battery bulk. The thing's basically built like a tank and priced like a budget car. You starting to see why this could shake things up? Speaking of shaking things, BYD's Han L luxury sedan, it's got 1,100 horsepower. No, that's not a typo. 1,100. And it charges from 16% to 80% in about 10 minutes thanks to their 945-volt fast-charging system. Let me say that again. 10-minute charge. You can literally stop for a coffee, come back, and your car's ready to go. And it still works in freezing weather, like minus 30 degrees Celsius freezing. Meanwhile, EVs from other brands start crying in cold temps, and good luck finding a charger that isn't already taken. Now here's where things get even more fun. Let's compare BYD and Tesla. Everyone knows Tesla's cool, Elon's a genius, and the cars are fast and sleek. But they're expensive, and they don't do hybrids. BYD! They offer both EVs and plug-in hybrids, which is huge for countries where charging infrastructure still kinda sucks. Price-wise, BYD's cars are like 30 to 50% cheaper. Their Dolphin hatchback costs way less than a Tesla Model 3, and it still comes with a slick design and smart features. It's like comparing an iPhone to a budget Android phone that somehow has better battery life, a headphone jack, and doesn't overheat. And the global game? Oh, it's on. BYD's absolutely dominating China right now, and they're pushing into Europe and Latin America like a freight train. The EU tried to slow them down with a 17% import tariff, and the US basically blocks their cars entirely. But BYD's response? They're thinking of building factories in Mexico and Europe to bypass trade barriers. Smooth move. And guess what? They're already building electric buses in Lancaster, California. So they've got a toe in the US market, even if you don't see their cars yet. Let's zoom out a bit. What gives BYD such an advantage? Simple. Vertical integration. That's just a fancy way of saying they make almost everything in-house. Batteries, chips, motors, you name it. This cuts costs like crazy and lets them control quality. Meanwhile, Tesla's still relying on Panasonic and other suppliers. So you might be wondering, is BYD going to dethrone Tesla as the king of EVs? That's a bold claim, I know. But think about it. They're cheaper, safer, and more versatile. Their charging speed is bananas, and their hybrid options make them super practical. Still, there's a catch: brand loyalty. People in the West love Tesla. It's got that Apple-level hype. And BYD, outside of Asia, is still kinda unknown. Plus, there's political pressure. Trade wars, tariffs, and good old nationalism could slow them down. But look, remember when nobody outside China knew what TikTok was? Now it's basically the center of the internet. Things can change. Fast. Would you actually switch from Tesla to a BYD if it meant saving $15,000 and getting better battery safety? Let me know in the comments. And now, here's the cliffhanger. BYD isn't stopping at cars. They're working on electric ships, planes, and even energy storage for entire cities. Imagine a future where your BYD car charges your home, your bus is electric, your entire block runs on BYD batteries. That's not a dream. That's what they're working on. It's wild. Also, fun fact, Warren Buffett invested in BYD back in 2008. He dropped $230 million into them when no one else believed they could scale. That move made Berkshire Hathaway billions. And if Buffett sees potential, maybe we should too. Honestly, we're at a turning point. Between the Blade battery, hybrid flexibility, insane fast charging, and global expansion, BYD isn't just coming for the EV market. They're about to bulldoze the whole thing. So if you've been sleeping on BYD, it might be time to wake up. Alright, if you're still watching, you're awesome. Smash that like button, drop a comment about which EV you'd actually buy right now. Tesla, BYD, or maybe something else entirely. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more wild tech battles coming up, including the next video, where we compare Tesla's self-driving tech to China's latest AI-powered driving system. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. Catch you in the next one.